Hello, good morning. Hey everyone, I am Kanan Gill, writer, comedian, the real creator of Bitcoin, and your host for FTX 2021. On behalf of Razorpay, I welcome you all to the fourth annual Fintech conference, FTX 2021. Wherever you are, just give yourselves a small clap. It is early in the morning. We're doing that in the office right now. It's a real pleasure to be here. If you're wondering what FTX stands for, F is Fin, and T is Tech, and X doesn't call you anymore. But that's a different story. We don't have time to expand every acronym that's possible in the entire world because we have an enormous series of events lined up for the next 2 days. Over the next 2 days, we've asked some of the greatest minds from across industries and the globe to discuss and brainstorm all about fintech. And they weren't available, but these panelists are also good. And you know what? No other fintech conferences have stand-up comedians as their hosts, except this one. Now, this is very cool, and I feel really says something about Razorpay. You know, as a company, it says that they anticipate some technical glitches and someone will have to fill time. There's at least one panelist always whose internet is a bit patchy. They have just realized after living in a house for 400 years. And to all panelists who are about to come up, if you're a CEO, please don't use mobile hotspot. Huh? You deserve better. Now, couple of other things you need to know while we're all being socially distant, of course, social media fills up our entire mind. So if you want to get on social media, talk about the event, please feel free. Get the latest updates from our Twitter handle, RazorpayFTX. Tell us your favorite moments. You know what? Why don't you just tell us what your favorite moments are? Use preferably favorite moments of this conference. You can use the hashtag FTX 2021. If you want to generally tell us your favorite moments also, you can do that, but don't use the hashtag. And all jokes aside, without further ado, I'd like to invite the two brilliant minds who almost 7 years ago started the incredible journey of Razorpay to open this event with a keynote. So please welcome the founders of Razorpay, Harshil Mathur and Shashank Kumar, to give us an update on the exciting stuff that's been happening at Razorpay. Now, if there's one company who's been stealing all the limelight for good reasons during this pandemic, you know who it is. Over to them.
Everyone. It feels so good to be here. Welcome to FTX. Recently, I was talking to a close friend, a global investor based in the US. And no, the conversation wasn't about raising the next round of funding for Razorpay. But we were discussing the disruption that's happening in the Indian fintech ecosystem versus the globe, especially in the last 2 years. He said, Harshil, I confess that 2 years ago, I underestimated the growth and opportunity of India's fintech ecosystem. But today, 3 out of 10 global investments that I am part of are from India. And most of them are fintech companies. I did not bother asking him why India, because I knew the answer. We all know the answer. Yes, it's the disruption, innovation, and adoption we've all contributed to in these last 2 years. And that's why you are all here today at FTX, because you are not satisfied and neither are you settling down with the existing innovations and disruptions. You're wanting more, and rightly so. So welcome to the 4th edition of FTX, a place where fintech moves forward. It's an exciting time of change. We are creating history. We are living in a world where the pandemic has drastically changed how small businesses manage money. An era which has given birth to unimaginable revolutionary ideas and next generation leaders. It's also an era with evolving consumer attitudes and one that has made us quite lazy. We don't want to travel to the grocery store that's 10 minutes away when you can get it faster online. Today, we are the fastest growing fintech market in the world. Fintech in India has crossed China and has become the second largest fintech economy after the US, with the highest adoption rate globally. You know, just saying that aloud makes me feel so proud yet humbled at the impact fintech startups like Razorpay have been able to create. Today, India is leading the pack in the APAC region, having registered around 25 billion transactions in 2020, followed by China and South Korea. Over 4.2 billion transactions were clocked using UPI in October this year. It doubled over the last 2 years, while the transaction value more than tripled over the same period. Also, India topped the list of countries with the most number of real-time transactions in digital payments. No other country has an instant payment solution like UPI with such a high growth rate. Around 40% of India's online payments are coming from tier 2 and 3 cities. The names of these cities you and I may not even have heard of. But guess what? They are the key drivers of this enormous digital growth and adoption in India. In the last couple of years, Indian fintech companies have displayed immense potential by leveraging new technologies to simplify and accelerate requirements of businesses and consumers. We have helped increase outreach, improve customer experience, reduce operational friction, and foster adoption of digital payments. Recently, the Minister of State for Finance, Mr. Bhagwat Karad, said the Indian fintech sector is set to witness 3 times growth in terms of value by 2025 to reach 6.2 lakh crore. I don't doubt that. I'm quite confident that the fintech sector will continue to balloon at an unprecedented speed like never before. We'll achieve a combined valuation of $150 to $160 billion by 2025. I consciously said I'm confident of this growth because I believe digitization is the lifeblood of any business. It impacts everything a business does, from cash flow and hiring to credit, investment, and expansion. Businesses can no longer think of digitization as an afterthought. Our country is witnessing a never-before-seen focus on reimagining all kinds of services and offering them digitally. And this shift is evident in many parts of the BFSI space, from payments to lending and banking, to investments and insurance. There's an inherent need to reinvent the financial spine for businesses, often multiple times, so that businesses can create more value for the economy, so that they can thrive and not just survive during uncertain times. And in all of this, how's Razorpay disrupting age-old mindsets and financial systems? That and more about what's being doing here at Razorpay in the last 11 months, I would like to welcome my co-founder and an amazing friend, Shashank Kumar.
Thanks, Harshil, and good morning, everyone. If there is one thing Harshil and I, along with the Razorpay team, have committed to doing since 2014, is to never stop reinventing. We want to create new products and build experiences that will change the lives of millions of businesses and consumers. Today, this relentless charge has ultimately defined the new way of how payments and banking should be done in India. Over the years, we have evolved from being a payment gateway company to being a one-stop destination for any and every payment and banking need of your business. And why so? Because our one key mission is, while businesses like yours disrupt the Indian economy with new ideas, products, experiences, and new jobs, we want to power your financial infrastructure with real-time intelligence solutions that help you do more. We want to bring businesses and banks much closer to their customers through product innovation so that both can witness uncontrolled growth, unimaginable growth. Today, we are seeing this vision coming to life, so a big thank you to all our businesses for giving us the opportunity to grow with you. The last 11 months have been a memorable journey for all of us at Razorpay, tirelessly serving businesses of all shapes and sizes to get them fast-tracked into the digital economy, bring them closer to their customers, and grow their business. This time last year, our total payment volume stood at $15 billion. And today, having served several businesses across industries, our TPV is at $60 billion. We currently enable money movement for more than 8 million businesses across the country, with around 40 to 45% of monthly growth, breaking every record, every expectation that we started the year with. Of the 40 companies that were crowned as unicorns in 2021 alone, Razorpay powers payments for 32 of them. And the Razorpay platform today handles over 5% of India's transactions every single month. Over the years, we have ensured our platform is the fastest, even on a very slow network. In the last few months, we have also invested heavily in building new technologies in partnership with the industry leaders and banking institutions so that these products can empower and enable companies like you to do more, to disrupt more. We partnered with MasterCard to launch Mandate HQ, a recurring payment solution to help banks comply with RBI directive and provide convenience to their customers. We launched Token HQ in partnership with MasterCard, Visa, and RuPay. Token HQ is a tokenization solution for businesses that will allow their end customers to have the convenience of saved card transactions and added security, and this is in compliance with the RBI guidelines. We made investments in companies like MSMEX and ShipRocket to empower a slew of new technologies that small businesses can benefit from. We are confident we'll continue to make an impactful contribution to the growth of the industry. We'll aid adoption in the underserved markets, drive new practices, and the new thinking for the industry to follow.
We believe Razorpay's growth is an index of India's digital economy. So when we say your growth is our business, we mean it. But our job is not done till when businesses automate their entire financial operations. Businesses are automating their incoming payments, but not their disbursements or payouts, because they're still dependent on traditional financial systems. We did a recent study with IDC to understand why there is a slow adoption of digital solutions and its impact on small businesses. And we found each Indian SME loses 67 lakhs annually due to dependence on legacy systems. Over 120 hours are wasted per SME every month on mundane and repetitive tasks. Imagine how much investment you put into hiring those resources. Over 45% fear that there is a higher chance of manual errors because of this dependence on traditional processes. The list can go on, but there is still hope. Why? Because there's a realization. 1 in 2 businesses agree that limited resources and lack of knowledge are the 2 major roadblocks to their digital transformation aspirations. Now, all of this and more is what we are orchestrating at Razorpay X, our business banking platform. Money movement is the lifeline of any business, and we are always exploring ways of making payment operations simple, scalable, and secure. As part of the study, we also found 55% of SMEs saying managing payment operations takes too long and they prefer automated approval processes for better time management. Financial decision makers say that they lose around 8 hours on average every week dealing with payment operational issues such as failures, returns, and incorrect approvals. Now, payment approval workflows may sound like a buzzword to some of you, but it's not. It actually helps you effectively manage your invoice payments by setting up automated processes that minimize inefficiencies, mistakes, and lost opportunities. Manual payment processes are prone to errors, and you end up wasting precious man hours. And not just that, an inefficient system can cause late payment penalties or worse, irreparable damage to the relationship with your supplier and hinder the growth of your business. I'm sharing all of this from my past experience. When Shashank and I started Razorpay in 2014, and when the business started growing, finance was still managed between the both of us. As a business owner, I wanted to be closely involved with payments, to keep an eye on expenses and cash flow, and wanted hands-on control to oversee the whole flow. And trust me, it can get really complicated if the person or people making the purchase are not the same ones as those who review, approve, and make the payment. I recall making multiple errors while manually approving these payments. But businesses don't have to worry about that anymore. What I am going to show you now is not just an automated system for managing payment approval workflows, but far more than that. A simple, seamless, and fast approval process with just one touch, anytime, anywhere. And we're already witnessing a huge adoption. You could be in the middle of a family vacation or traveling for work. With the Razorpay X mobile app on your watch, you can now save an average of 8 hours every month in payment approvals. Now think of how you can use that saved time. And while you think about that, let's get ready to reveal to you some exciting products exclusively for our FTX audience. There's always innovation brewing at Razorpay. Today, I'm excited to share with you 3 critical products that will help you and your business level up. These products will help you do three things. One, establish a strong customer relation and open doors to acquire more customers. Two, save time and manual effort in managing compliance and operations. And three, a platform that's designed to offer support, educate, inspire, and connect entrepreneurs. In short, we want you and your business to worry less and accomplish more. And this is how we envision it. There isn't a single page on your website that rivals the importance of your checkout page. Your marketing has worked, your website design and navigation have led them to this point, and your customers are ready to make a transaction. However, if your checkout design is poor, all that effort goes to waste. Today, a customer has to go through multiple hoops to complete a purchase. The checkout page is often complicated and results in lost customers. Every time your customers transact online, they have to type their address, payment details, OTP, and the list goes on. Here's a breakdown of a customer's buying journey. That's a lot of steps, isn't it? That's why 70% of users abandon their cart at checkout, which is any retailer's worst nightmare. Now imagine if we could cut down these steps drastically. No form fills, no passwords, no worries. Yes, let that sink in. Sounds magical, right? And that's why we call it the magic checkout. Our vision is to make the checkout journey invisible. Magic Checkout allows any big or small business to take advantage of millions of consumers who interact daily with Razorpay's ecosystem and give them a truly personalized checkout experience clubbed with incentives, offers, and rewards. It supports all payment methods and requires minimal integration. Shoppers can now check out 50% faster, and retailers such as yourselves can benefit from a 20% increase in conversions. That's 20% more revenue for your business. Our belief is that Magic Checkout will fundamentally change how payments are done in India in the next 2 years.
Do you know, more than 50% of small businesses face difficulties with tax calculation and tax payments. Tax and compliance. These are the two most feared words for any business in India. Tax payments can take up significant mind space for all business owners. The companies often use legacy processes and systems. This leads to a lot of meetings to just finally get hold of the data itself, and then you have to sit it down to manually sort it before you can begin to make tax payments online. This process, coupled with tedious filings and payment failures, makes the entire tax payment process very, very taxing. Imagine, when this continuous cycle goes on for every month, every quarter, and every year, over and over and over again. This costs small businesses more than 250 hours every year due to just manual errors. Today, the launch of our tax payment suite is designed to help businesses save enormous amounts of time and money. This is a platform for all your tax payments, be it TDS, GST, TCS, or advanced tax. We have significantly reduced the steps required for you to pay taxes. 30-second tax payments are now a reality. The Razorpay X dashboard will provide businesses a single view of all the disbursals happening, be it vendor payments or payroll or any other kind of payouts. That's how we are making your business banking experience simple, yet very useful. This transparent business reporting will help the finance teams, external accountants, and business owners, all to seamlessly collaborate without issues and yet save many hours. Our vision with Razorpay X is to create the best banking and financial experience for new age businesses. Now moving on to our next big announcement. You know, India is a huge market for startups. Over 50,000 entities are officially recognized as startups. But if India has to achieve its ambition of becoming a $5 trillion economy by 2025, we need more startups. Startups from every nook and corner of the country to grow and to thrive. But building a startup is super challenging. Becoming an entrepreneur is scary. It takes a lot of risk, and sometimes you have to be willing to give up a comfortable lifestyle to achieve your dreams. It takes time, and it needs 3 times the work you put in as a normal employee. And it feels like you are stuck in a maze of incorporation, compliances, OTPs with no end in sight. And there's a lot of information available online to educate entrepreneurs. But it's still very, very, very confusing. I can tell, because that's how Harshil and I felt when we started Razorpay. A helping hand and the shoulder to lean on. Let me tell you, at that point of time, that's the most priceless thing in the world. And that's why we at Razorpay are launching Razorpay Rise today, a launchpad to help first-time entrepreneurs, especially during the early days of setting up and growing a business. Rise will help first-time entrepreneurs right from the initial incorporation to helping them file their first tax or do their first payroll, and provide the tools to cater to their sales, marketing, and finance needs. And we'll also help them get their first loan or their first funding. Rise is also a community that will support India's upcoming innovators and disruptors. This community of well-renowned founders and product experts will help our budding entrepreneurs through their tough times, because innovative new ideas don't often spring from just a single mind. And therefore, with a platform like Razorpay Rise, we are here to help you grow. In just its beta launch till now, the platform has received applications from over 500 startups wanting to join the program, and around 100 startups have been accepted to the program. We have closed partnerships with over 50 product companies, including the likes of AWS, Freshworks, VWorks, Zoho, ShipRocket, and many others, to create a comprehensive startup toolkit for all founders. The platform will offer benefits worth $500,000 on Razorpay and its partner products. With Rise, our aim is to promote entrepreneurship in the country and incubate 1 lakh new businesses and entrepreneurs. Yes, you heard it right, 1 lakh. And now, in addition to the above launches, we are also announcing new products and features for our customers, ranging from instant settlements for marketplaces like Amazon to international payouts. We'll be giving more details on each of these over the next 2 days, and we are confident that they'll dramatically change the way you run your business. So don't miss out.
Now, if there is one thing these products launched today are designed to do, it is to make your lives much easier than ever before and help your business grow. We want you to be able to spend less time managing compliance and operations and more time creating new products, building on new ideas, thinking scale, and overall making India economically more inclusive. And if this is our commitment to you today, then what does the future hold? We at Razorpay are striving to build this central nervous system for digital India with a bottom-up culture of innovation and customer obsession. The next payment and banking experience for businesses will be even more frictionless, more cashless, more invisible, and more connected. In the last 2 years, Razorpay has grown over 300% yearly, launched multiple new products and business lines, and crossed many significant milestones. This is a testament to the impact of forces working together, you and us. And there is really no growth for us unless there is growth for you first.
But these milestones are not what define us. If you really want to know what makes a team tick, what makes them be up late nights or early mornings, is to know if your launch day went well as you had desired, if your big sale made you big wins without any hassle, if you got that business loan you were desperately seeking for, if you didn't have to pull your hair for making your payroll or paying taxes at the last minute when you were on a well-deserved vacation. If our team can make some part of your day easy, even if that is just for an hour, it's those small little joys we hold on to. That, to us, is making progress in a meaningful way.
So, thank you for joining and patiently hearing us today. We'll continue to champion you on the other side. The rest of these 2 days at FTX are curated in a way that will help you and your business with clarity to most of your doubts, empowering you to move from a state of prevention to resilience in 2022. Being a futurist, we at Razorpay recognize that we have a responsibility to innovate by not just looking at the future, but by taking analogies from the past and strengthening the financial ecosystem of tomorrow so that millions of businesses like yours can flourish. So let's disrupt together.
I'm here. All right. I hope you can hear me now. Apologies. First tech glitch of the day. It was me. I decided to kick things off with a big bang. Apologize. There is also a experiences booth that we have set up for all the products that were just announced in the keynote and more. So please head over there and check them out whenever you can, but not right now because we have an exciting session to kick things off. So this session is about what is happening in fintech, or at least what's been happening since FTX 20, which I'm sure all of you watched. And if you didn't watch, you can get it on torrents. This next session is just about that. So we have with us Ishan Mittal, the managing director for Sequoia Capital. So please write your startup ideas in the chat fast. He might read it. Now, Ishan's portfolio includes companies like Cardecco, Urban Ladder, Aptis, Finova Capital, Pine Labs, and Razorpay. With his vast knowledge in the fintech domain, he's here to deliver a keynote on the state of the union for fintech. Without further ado, join me in welcoming on stage Ishan Mittal, everybody.